1 eBay seller, 2 rare mishaps, 4 years apart at the end of this video.
Watch Nighttiger Comics.
Nighttiger Comics.
Nighttiger Comics. Nighttiger Comics. What? Nighttiger Comics. Nighttiger Comics.
Yeah.
You never know what you're missing. What's up, comic book junkies, my fellow brothers, my friends? This possibly could be one of the few last Golden Age comic book hauls on this channel for right now, for what things look like in the future. So these videos that I do, they're more personal things, like videos that I approach them for my friends. So if you're watching these for the first time, or maybe a second time, you haven't been here too often watching, these are more like comic book diaries of my collection than trying to make a big channel and make a lot of money. Or my influence that I've always tried to do with this channel is to persuade collectors to buy Golden Age comics and to show them that they can find cool comics even from the 30s, 40s, 50s for a decent price, not breaking the bank. So I've been saying this, and I'm saying it to myself more out loud and here on my social media because I need to hear it. My wife and I were actively now trying to start moving out of the country to Dominican Republic. And it's a scary thing, especially for me. I mean, she's from there. It's not as scary for her. I got a lot of family here, grandkids. Obviously, I have my comic room. I'm established. I have a good job. But my wife's retirement age, and she has a lot of allergies here in Florida that she doesn't have there. So she can never go outside when she's here. We can't enjoy the outdoors together. And that's something I want her to have in her life. And I love her a lot, enough to sacrifice quite a bit of things. So one of the things she's asked me is to stop buying comics online and to stop sending out prizes because it costs money, so that we can start saving our money. So in this haul, I have 3 Golden Age purchases, and I will be making a few here, probably, I don't know, I assess probably maybe 3 to 5 this year, and maybe 5 or so next year. But I'm really trying not to buy anything, and it's getting a little easier. I'm trying to feel responsible. I've been downsizing the collection. If you'll notice over here, I have this whole stack of comics to give away right there. So I've been honing down the collection, getting rid of lower grade copies, stuff that, you know, I pick it up and I'm like, okay, I can get rid of this. So if you'll see right over here, we got a little stack of that we're getting rid of, and some of that's like wartime era stuff. So in this haul, I have 3 Golden Age books that I bought online, but I also wanted to share with you a few other things that I picked up out of the dollar bins. A book that I bought when it came out, and I'm going to read it today. So I have a couple copies. I'm going to show that, and then you'll see what I got. So hold on. All right, so we're going to do some magazines. This is the 6th printing. I found this at a flea market for $1. Death of Captain America. If you haven't read this, spoilers, he dies from cancer. I actually bought this when it came out. This is the first graphic novel actually Marvel published. So this is actually issue 1, Death of Captain Marvel. Jim Starlin art. I think Jim Starlin also wrote it. And then this is the 5th printing right here. So I was able to get those at $1 from one. And I was going to part with one, and I just couldn't do it. It's such a big part of my childhood and part of my comic book collecting. It's actually it's the first graphic novel I ever bought. Let me know in the comments if you read this and what you thought of it. First time they really killed off a superhero and never brought him back again. So they talk, there's always talk of, when there's a death of a superhero, he'll be back. Death of Batman, death of Superman. But they never brought Captain Marvel back. So, yeah, I found these in the dollar bin. So they had pretty much a big box of all of these. And I was able to find issue 1 for $1 and a really high-grade copy, too. So, April 1977, Heavy Metal, the Adult Illustrated Fantasy Magazine, #1. It's probably, I would say it's like an 8.5 copy. From the people that bring you National Lampoon, The Sword of Shannara, the biggest epic fantasy of the 70s. So I was going through my boxes. I was actually looking for the Death of Captain Marvels to read, and I'm like, I only have 3 books to show. Let me show these. So from the same store, shout out to Vibranium Comics, Austin, the owner, really cool guy, was just over there. He's the one that had these, and I also got this #1 for $1. Frank Frazetta cover from 1979, but this is from spring of 1980. Epic Illustrated #1, premiere issue. A new experience in adult fantasy and science fiction adventure. So they actually just brought back the Heavy Metal magazine last month. And I was all excited to pick up a copy of it. And there are some original stories in, and then half of it's reprints. But when I saw that it had over 10 variants, that really turned me off. I'm like, I walked in and seen all these variants. I'm like, nope, I'm not buying it, because to me, that makes it less unique of a book. It really waters down the investment or the value of it to me. So this is the last issue for $1 from the same store. Incredible last issue. This is from February 1986. Terry Austin, John Byrne, Alan Moore, Bill Sienkiewicz, Jim Starlin, Roy Thomas, Rick Veitch, Al Williamson, Barry Windsor-Smith, Bernie Wrightson, and many others. It has a Frank Frazetta-esque cover, but that's not him. I don't know who that is. Celibum. So there you go. That's the last issue for $1. Then I picked up this at a flea market for $1. This book is like I think it goes for around $50 or more, maybe $100. September 81. This is first appearance of, what's her name? First cover appearance. So she appeared in the animated movie, and this was actually the poster for the animated movie, which I didn't ever see. But it had a great soundtrack with Journey, Sammy Hagar. Actually, Sammy Hagar wrote the song for the movie, Heavy Metal. I don't know what number that is. Right away when I seen this, I'm like, for $1, I had 54. So I got this last year, just about this time. And then this, with the Bill Sienkiewicz cover, number 26, October 84, begins the last Galactus story by John Byrne and Terry Austin, and that's all in color. Actually, I have not read that yet. I need to actually read that. And that was $1. I guess this book is one of the more pricey issues because of that story. I'm not sure. I know it goes beyond this issue. I don't know if it's a 2-parter or a 3-parter. Nice Bill Sienkiewicz Galactus. When do you see Bill Sienkiewicz doing Galactus? Not very often. Matter of fact, he did the Fantastic Four covers in 1980. And then I went through that box and picked out this one, which was a Frank Frazetta cover. Nice Black Panther on there. Has the Frank Frazetta interview in here. This is from November 1990. What issue number is this? I don't have the issue number. I don't know. The only thing about Frank Frazetta, I think he's one of the greatest artists. His women always look pregnant. They always have this little pudgy belly. He always makes them a much more meaty, more more meaty. I don't know. I'm not denying that his women are beautiful. I can't deny that. But, so that was out of $1 bin. And we got some more stuff here. I don't know. This I got in here by accident, but this was $1 from 1977. Pristine coloring book, authorized edition of Emergency. Matter of fact, we were just watching McCloud yesterday, and I think this guy was in it as one of the paramedics. So that's from 1977. I don't collect many coloring books, but I think I have 2. When it's TV shows from the 70s and they're high grade and not done and they're $1, I'll buy them. Matter of fact, I have 2 Disney ones that I bought for $7.50, but they were from 75. But they're like beyond treasury size, and they're not colored in. What is this? Why do I have this here? This is, I don't even have the number on this. April 83. Another, someone sold them like a collection. I mean, a big box, not a comic box, but like, just let's say 3 short boxes width. And it probably as tall as a short box of magazines. And he sold all of them for $1. So I went through and grabbed this one, April 83. Has Mike Kaluta story in it, art. I wonder if this has any inspiration from the movie Alien. Not, yeah. And what did I do? I pulled them all out, I guess. So I better get through these quick because I only have 3 books for the haul. Mermaid cover, June 82. Chris Claremont, John Bolton, Murata the She-Wolf. I love mermaid covers. Huh. I guess I did pull them all. This was the 2nd issue, so that was in there too. It's got a little bit of a tape pull on it. Summer 1980. I don't know who did that cover. Corbin? Wasn't he a Warren artist? I'm just trying to remember. That memory came to me from somebody's video. And right before we get into the last 3 books, which I bought, the Golden Age books, this was just a cool skull cover. This is issue 290. This might be like close to the end of the run, I'm thinking. No, I don't know why I don't have the numbers on the dates. Okay, so the last 3 books, so let's set it up. All right, so kind of know what the theme is going on here. So we have some romance books. This is a pretty decent copy of this I got. Oh, the guy sold it cheap too. What did I get it for? $24.91 shipping and tax. Just a great cover. I love the colors on it. I think it's Lee Elias. And then this over here is Bernard Bailey cover. It's got some Matt Baker art inside. And this title is really scarce. This is Missing Centerfold, number 2. So I picked up some romance books. So Bride Romance is number 3, January 1954. I'm always after Bride Romances. I think it's a great title. And when I can find them below 30 in a pretty decent grade, this one's a little bit lower than I usually will go for, but it's really presentable. And I think that woman on there, she is just gorgeous. It's a great cover. Nobody Would Date Me. And I think I read that one already. It was really good. And then this one's gorgeous. I think that one, where did I get this one at? This one, the last one was from my comic shop. This one's from eBay, number 25. What a great cover, great colors. Oh man, what year is this? Quality Comics from 1952. So in the thumbnail, I mentioned this book because this is what the video is really going to be about. So the last book, and let me set this one up. So I've been picking up quite a few Disney Golden Age books lately, especially Christmas covers. This one, I don't particularly go for books like this, and it actually is a key. It's the first, and this is from January 1948, first appearance of Gladstone Gander, which is a relative of Donald. Pretty nice copy, and I got this for $9. I don't know if you've noticed the phenomena with books that you buy, you get cheap, and then you'll see them for like going for a lot of money after you bought it, and you're like, yes. I've seen this book listed in this similar grade or a little lower for like $100, $110 or something like that. So what happened? So the thumbnail says 2 rare mishaps. One eBay seller, 2 rare mishaps 4 years apart. So I'm going to mention the seller since they actually stepped up. So years ago, Comic Warehouse, which you'll know is a big eBay comic book seller. I bought a nice copy of, is it FF55, second Black Panther, for like $30, really good price. And or it might have even been an auction. And then I won. And then I get an email like a day or two later. Oh, we're sorry. We must have sold it. We can't find it in our inventory. And they never offered me anything. And I was like, I felt like they stung me. Like, I felt bitter about it. So I said, I'm not buying from these people no more. And I didn't. I would look at their books. When I saw who was selling it, I would say, not buying it, not buying it. And I passed on a lot of books for 4 years. So a few weeks ago, I saw this book here. I'm going to put it on the screen. Police Comics 51. Nice copy. I actually had it on my watch list for about 4 months. Nobody bought it. I was surprised. They had $99 on it, and it's like a 5.0. And it's a winter cover. And it's got a Christmas tree there. So I'm like, okay, finally got the money. I'm going to make, because I already told you I'm making my last Golden Age purchases this year. Let me pull the trigger on this book. So I bought it. I was all happy to get it. I couldn't wait. Not only is it superhero, not only is it Golden Age, it's a Christmas cover. I was really like looking forward to getting that book. And then I got an email saying, we're sorry, it's a rare mishap, but we cannot find the book. And I'm like, trying not to sound bitter, but a little bit angry and hurt. I sent a message back saying, rare mishap with a question mark. I said, you guys did the same thing to me 4 years ago, and that's why I refused to buy from you. And I finally decided and relented, and I purchased a book from you, and you call this a rare mishap when it happens for the second time. So she offered me a refund, and this time she said, well, I offer you a refund or I'll give you a $35 credit. And she went on to say that they have a lot of problems going on with the manager of their business, something about maybe stealing books or something like that. So I actually sent an email back apologizing because I don't like to be an angry person. I said, I'll take the credit. I looked around. I didn't think they had anything that would be worth purchasing for me, but this came out to like $47 or something, or $46 with shipping and tax. And they gave me a $37 credit. So I got it for $9. And when I looked at it up, I got a great deal on it. So I'm happy. I actually read it. Great book. Happy to have it in the collection. So it was a happy ending for a Happy New Year Disney book. So that's the rare mishap that happened twice. I want to know, has this happened to any of you collectors where you bought a book and then they come back and say, oh, we're sorry, we can't find it in the inventory. I'm sure it happens more than I think, because these sellers probably have vast inventories. So that's it. Appreciate you guys. Oh, and I wanted to mention, not only this may be one of my last Golden Age hauls, but it also may be one of my last videos soon, because I don't know how it's going to work out, but my wife and I talked today, and we're canceling our house internet in order to start saving money and downsizing and budgeting to get ready for the move. So I don't know how strong my phone internet will be, but if I have internet and I can do video, I'll do a video. If I don't have internet, I'm not going to do a video. But I appreciate all you guys. I'll definitely be on social media. You can follow me on Facebook, Mike Nighttiger Smith, or on Instagram, Nighttiger Comics. Once again, peace out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Give me some insight, some feedback. Appreciate it. Take care.